So next we'll move on with the topic forming greatest and smallest number. Fine. So what is, first of all, before moving to this, what is smallest and greatest digit? What is smallest and greatest digit? Okay. So let me see through this first. Smallest digit is arranging the numbers from smaller to bigger. Smaller to bigger. Fine. Arranging numbers from smaller to. Then greatest is arranging numbers from bigger to smaller. Fine. So this is how you do it for the forming greatest and smallest digit. Okay. If they ask you for the smallest digit, you are going to write from smaller number to bigger number. Greatest number means you are going to write bigger number to smaller number. Fine. This is called forming greatest and smallest number. So I'll rub this one and you guys write it down on the notebook. Fine. So let's move on, buddies. So what about without repetition of digits? With repetition of digits. Without repetition means, for example, if I give you 8, 9, 5, 6, 1. Okay. If I give you like this, I ask you to find without repetition of digit, which means I'm asking you to find out smallest 5 digit. Smallest 5 digit. Okay. So the smallest digit is arranging from small to big number. Okay. So which is the smallest number among this? 1. So write it as first digit. Then 8, 9, 5, 6. Which is the smallest? 5 is the smallest. Right, 5. Then 6 is the smallest. Among 8 and 9, which is smallest? 8 is smallest. Then 9. Fine. This is known as smallest number. Okay. So we are using 5 digits to form a smallest number. If the question is about forming 5 digits, 5 digits, smallest number, then you have to write the number smallest and arrange it from the smaller to bigger number. Fine. So this is how you do the number with 5 digits. So what is about without repetition of digit? We are not repeating any number, right? If 8 is the number, does I repeat 2 times? Does I repeat it 2 times? No, there is no repeated, right? So when there is a repeat of 2 numbers, that means 8 2 times, we call it as repetition. Okay. So for example, let me give you 5, 0, 1. So how to repeat this number? How do you repeat this number? You can use one number 2 times. We're going to use one number 2 times. Okay, fine. For example, I have given you the number. I asked you to find 5 digit smallest number. 5 digit smallest number. Fine. So if I give you a question like this, if I given you 5, 0, 1 and I ask you to find out 5 digit smallest number, what you have to do is, but only we have 3 digits, right? We have only 3 digits. So I need 2 more digits. What I can do is find the smallest among these. Which is the smallest? 0 is the smallest. 0 is the smallest. Okay. So what you're going to write is, write 2 zeros. Because I need 2 extra digits, right? I need 2 extra digits. So I'm going to write 2 zeros. Then what is the smallest? 1. The next would be the 5. Fine. So you can form 5-digit smallest number like this. Okay, done. So this is how you will do the with repetition, without repetition. So what number does I repeated? 0 has been repeated 3 times. Okay, so that is what we call it as with repetition. Without repetition, is there any number repeated again and again? No. So that's what we call it as without repetition. Fine. We'll do some examples and we'll know the format how to write. Okay. So form the smallest 5-digit using 52148. So how to find the smallest 5-digit? I need 5-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is the smallest among this? 1. Then which is the second smallest? 2. Then 4. Then 5. Then last will be 8. Okay. This is the answer. Answer is 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. Fine. I got the 5-digit number? Yes? Done. So this is how the example 10 has to be done. Next, example 11. Form the smallest 5-digit using 76150. I need 5-digit number. Okay. Which is the smallest among this? 0. So write it on the first column. First dash. Then 1 is the smallest. Among 765, which is smallest? 5 is the smallest. Then 6. Then 7. This is the answer. Fine. So this is how you write a 5-digit using smallest number. Okay. So next exercise is from the next example is from the greatest 5-digit using 36741. Let me just 3, 4, 5 dashes. I have to fill the 5 dashes. Okay. First of all, which is the greatest digit? Which is the biggest number? 7 is the biggest number. So write in the first dash. Then 6 is the biggest. Then 4. Then 3. So the next one is 1. Okay, this is how you have to form the greatest 5-digit number. Okay, till now we have seen how to form smallest and greatest. Okay, so this is how you will do it for the smallest and greatest. Okay, next move on with example 30. Till now we have done without repetition. We have done without repetition. Okay, why I am saying without repetition? Because there is no repeated number. Is the number repeated 2 times? No. In the before sum, there is no repeated number. Right. So this is called without repetition. Okay. Example 13. Form the greatest 5-digit using 839. What we have asked you to find the 5-digit number. I need to find 5-digit number which should be a greatest. Okay. So which is the greatest among these? 9. But they have given only 3 digits. But I have to find out 5 digits. So this is a repetition. This can be repeated. The number can be repeated. Number can be repeated. Fine. So the number can be repeated. So which is the biggest number? 9. 9 can be repeated 2 times. Okay, 9 can be repeated 2 times. Then we have to write the next greatest number, 8. And the next greatest number is 3. Fine. This is how you do the greatest and smallest. Next, form the smallest 5-digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to find the 5 digits. But in the question they are given only 3 digits. And this sum is a repetition. Okay, you can repeat the number. You can repeat the number. Which is the smallest? 4 is the smallest. So I am going to write 4. I am going to repeat 2 times. Okay, so I am going to repeat 2 times. Then I will write the 4. Okay. Next, which is the smallest? 5. Then 7. Okay. This is how you will do the repetition and non-repeated largest and smallest number. Fine.